Say hi, we're giving YouTube the tour. We're almost done.
The biggest day of my life.
What doing? I don't know, man. What are you supposed to say? How do you tell people that things were going better than you could have ever imagined them going? And things fell into place that were never supposed to fall into place, and people came in that were never supposed to be there. It all just worked, you know? How do you tell people that for once you didn't fuck it up? It was just taken. How do you tell people that this time it wasn't your fault? I don't know. Do they? Alright, here we go. Hey guys, it's Cam. This is me, back in my home. I'm sure by now many people have noticed. I'm sure businesses and everything else have noticed. If you drive past the Road to Redemption Studios that was over on 601 Craft Street here in Clarksville, Tennessee, we are no longer at that location. I want to make one thing very clear. We did not lose the Road to Redemption Studios. We're not no longer there because we couldn't afford to be there. We as a team, starting with myself and Nicole, and then our team of Darion, Jay, Ashley, we made a decision. We found out some behavioral habits of our landlord and ways that we believe he feels about certain people that would roam around our building as customers or as people who work there or whatever, to the point where we started being harassed. We would have police called if certain looking people were hanging around our building too long, or if our operating hours were on the weekends. That was suspicious to some people. If I wasn't around 24/7, it became suspicious to people. Mainly because most of our friends, co-workers, and business affiliates don't look like me. We had a location. I had a location. I had a vision in my head of opening a studio. The Road to Redemption Studio being that I, Cam Williamson, got a DUI here in the city of Clarksville. In 2016, I did a year in a Veterans Treatment Court, to which through that process I found the Road to Redemption podcast, which is me telling my life lessons, things I'm interested in, my podcast. I had the opportunity to be able to find a location that was just bigger than what I needed. Thanks to that, I brought my friends in, with the knowledge of the landlord, brought my friends in and just gave them space, just gave them space because I had too much of it. And we created something that I think is truly special. It's truly special. And the only reason I mentioned that I gave them space is because the landlord's, one of his apparent biggest concerns was that he thought I was subleasing space out and getting rich off his space or whatever, which couldn't be further from the truth. But in these regards, guys, it's important that you know something. I've been through hell and back these last couple of weeks. It really. Nicole just got in a car accident 2 days ago. There's been just immense pain, pressure, and heartache, honestly. I mean, I finally had friends for the first time here in Tennessee, and it was taken. I mean, everything that I had and that I had built was taken by what I believe to be the real issue here in America, which is, guys, systemic racism isn't something that starts or stops at the presidential level. It doesn't start or stop. Just with people that you can imagine have power. Understand me when I tell you this, guys. There are people in your community that work in banks, that own buildings, that are a part of city boards, that, sure, in 2020 they're not going to walk around using the N-word in public because that would be too blatantly obvious and they would be in serious danger for doing things like that. What they do is they hold positions of power, places of seeming authority, and then they hold those over people, and they make sure to keep certain types of people oppressed, or at least you harass them to a point where it's literally you have to worry about safety and real concern. And then I, as a business owner, have to ask, do I want to give my money to this person, individual that I believe is this way? Even if the floodgates open tomorrow and we all started making millions of dollars, if we had to pay rent to somebody like that, do we want to do that? And then on top of it, there were a lot of maintenance issues that wouldn't get fixed, and every time we brought something up to our landlord, we had to deal with him coming in and screaming and cussing and acting a fool, completely unprofessional. We had a slumlord eventually, essentially. We had a slumlord. After that, I got the opportunity to work as an actor for the first time. I was going to be an actor or an extra in a Hallmark movie, a Nashville Christmas Carol. And after everything that had happened with my studio, I was still in the process of moving everything out of the studio, and my heart breaking over that. I got this opportunity that kind of brought life back into me and gave me a project and gave me something to try again. And I thought, hey, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the spark. Because I've just had nothing to say. There's been no podcast to record. There's been vlog. There's been nothing to say in a vlog. I don't want to make a cooking video. My heart is shattered. I thought that everything was working, finally. And I wasn't the one. I didn't cause it to go wrong. Such is life, and that location is no longer the Road to Redemption Studios, and I take this opportunity to go be an extra on a movie, hoping that maybe I can meet someone, impress people with my talents, and I end up sitting in a very cold cafeteria, essentially being treated like an E1 in the military again. Just don't talk to anybody, sit there, be quiet, here's some crappy little lunch, and be grateful that you're here. So I drove all the way back from Nashville, just honestly defeated in every way you could possibly be defeated. I mean, I had felt the life inside of my body just start to leave. Like, I felt like the universe was literally working against me. So I took a couple days, and I just figured out, what do I want? What do I want to do? What do I want my future to look like? And I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. And I'm a creator, you know? So we're back. We're back in my home. This is a long story short as to what happened. And now just know that I'm dedicated to resetting back up. Things have changed. I don't have an extra room in my house anymore to set things up. So I have to figure out sets and all kinds of things, but we will figure it out. Content will be back. I apologize for not uploading content. I've wanted to explain this 1,000 times and I've had no clue how to. This is my best attempt, and I hope that it means something to you guys. I hope that it means something to you, that I don't just say whatever in the heat of emotions or whatever, that it's important to me what I say to you guys, and that I come off transparent and professional, though. You know, I'm a professional in what I do, and you're going to start to see that. So thank you all so much for your patience. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to getting the podcast and the vlogs and everything back up and running. Again, this is still my full-time gig. This is what I do. So I just needed a few engines to start running again after and guys, it's okay, you know, it's alright. When life kicks you in the nads, sometimes it's okay to reset for a minute and just kind of pump the brakes, you know, and remind myself that I am my own boss and I am the creator of my own brand. So when it's best for me to step back for a minute and assess how I want my brand to be reflected in such big situations, I'm always going to do that. And I'm going to do that for y'all's benefit so you can truly gain from it. Guys, I love you so much, and we'll see you soon. Check out the Road to Redemption podcast. Get caught up. Let me know what you want to hear about, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. I want everybody right here until the grand opening happens, then they can go in.